LinkedIn and networking.
They make terrific pair. They went together like lamb and tuna fish. Maybe you like spaghetti and meatball?
That's better. Last week, I went through 5 different networking mistakes that a lot of people make on LinkedIn. And I'll leave that video linked here for anybody who hasn't seen it. In today's video, I'm going to focus on different networking strategies that you can use on LinkedIn to network effectively. These tactics have helped me generate hundreds of thousands of dollars in sales, land speaking gigs, podcasts, and article mentions, get access to interview industry leaders, and also meet some amazing people that have become lifelong friends. The strategy is going to be broken up into 3 different parts: target, engage, and build. Now let's jump in.
And where you want to get to?
Oh, it really doesn't matter.
Then it really doesn't matter which way you go.
The cat's right, and networking is the same way. If you don't start out with your goals in mind to determine who are the right types of people to connect with, networking can become unpredictable, all while bringing you minimal results. So the first thing you need to do is start targeting the right types of people based on what it is that you want to accomplish in your life. I call these networking target personas. If you're looking for more clients, then this persona will be the type of person that's within the niche that you serve. If you're looking for a job, then that might be the people that are already doing the type of position that you want to be doing. If you're looking to find someone to date on LinkedIn, then your target persona may be... We interrupt your regularly scheduled programming to deliver this public service announcement. LinkedIn's not for dating. You can take that shit back to me. Just stop being a creep on LinkedIn. Now back to your scheduled programming. Create your target persona profiles. Start by developing a list of potential keywords. And depending if you have LinkedIn Premium or not, you can apply certain filters when you're searching in LinkedIn for these types of people. Create 3 to 5 different target personas. One example could be that you're looking for an agile project manager that works in the healthcare industry at a remote startup. It's okay if you don't have very specific industries in mind, but the more specific you are, the more targeted you can be in that search. When you find some profiles of people that actually fit your target persona, you can also look on the right-hand side of their profile and find the People Also Viewed tab, and that will show you different profiles of people that are similar. You should also use groups. Find the communities where your target persona is already present. This is also very easily searchable through the LinkedIn groups filter. For a lot of my clients who are looking for remote jobs, for instance, it's very useful for them to start adding themselves to other communities on LinkedIn that are specific to remote workers. Once you get approved into the group, on the upper right hand side, when you click see all, you can now see a list of their names as well as the headlines of the people. My recommendation is to start adding people directly from those groups. Always add a note when you connect with people. Send them a short sentence about how you found them in the group and that you want to connect with like-minded people. And then you can also include a small thing that you noticed about their profile, either something you have in common or something that you can compliment. These details make a huge difference when they're not automated or too general. If someone can tell that you actually looked at their profile and are complimenting them, they're much more likely to accept your connection request. And that segues to help start a conversation and to actually build real relationships. Once you have these profiles of your target persona and you started adding these people, you can also create bookmarks. As you find people in these communities to connect with, I recommend making bookmarks not only for companies and different communities, but actually for people. Because if you start finding people that are actively creating content on LinkedIn, you want to create shortcuts so that you can easily get to their content to engage with it. Go to their activity feed, save that as a bookmark in your bookmarks folder, and now each week you can easily go to their content to engage with it. Which brings us to our second part of the strategy: engage. Social media can be such a powerful way to spread your influence and connect with amazing people in a meaningful way. Or it can be a pathway to mindless consumption, like if Joey Chestnut was at a hot dog factory. I came up with a strategy called the 5x5x5 method, which is a very effective way to consistently and easily engage with the people that you need to engage with. The first 5 is leave 5 thoughtful comments a day. Because when you leave comments, your headline shows. I've had clients whose relationship with me started because of a comment that I left that they saw, and then they messaged me. And if you're one of the first people on a post that becomes really popular, everyone who comments on that afterwards will see your comment as well. When people start noticing that you are really thoughtful in the way that you comment and you share your expertise in that way, they'll subconsciously feel a familiarity to you. That starts to break down walls and barriers for you and creates more opportunities for conversations and meaningful connections. Where should you find the posts to comment on? You can start with the target personas we talked about before, and that's why we save them in the bookmarks, because then you can go directly to their activity feed. You can also target certain companies that you're following, because when you comment on a company's piece of content, you can become very visible to the people within that organization. You can also search on LinkedIn for hashtags. And in those particular hashtags, you can see who is posting specifically about certain topics, and you can follow those hashtags as well. Or even in the groups and communities that we were added in, you can comment on the posts in there. The second 5 of the 5x5x5 method is to connect with 5 people who represent your target personas each day. Remember, if you start out by engaging with people from the first 5, you can easily transition from that to adding them, to complimenting them about their content or referencing something in their post that's relevant. That makes it a lot easier for them to accept the request and have that familiarity with who you already are because you've showed up in their feed before. But again, this is not the time to be selling anything. As mentioned in the first video of this 2-part series, don't take it personally if they don't accept your request. The third 5 of the 5x5x5 method is a little counterintuitive to people, and that is unfollow 5 people. Your social media feed is a direct reflection of you and who you've chosen to follow and connect with in the past. And over time, you end up adding people that are not necessarily relevant to the goals that you have. Your feed can become an absolute dumpster fire. So by unfollowing them, you actually start to clean your feed so that every time that you log in, what you see is more like what you want to see. And not to worry, because when you unfollow someone on LinkedIn, you still remain connected to them. You just won't receive any updates in your feed about what they post. To keep yourself accountable to the 5x5x5 method, schedule a block of time. Start with 20 or 30 minutes and keep it consistent at the time of the day that you do it. Now, the third and final part of this strategy is build. And by build, I mean build a platform of influence for yourself, your personal brand, and assets that create a value around your particular expertise. Because the value that you have in the world is proportionate to the types and amount of opportunities that will come to you in your life. And in a world where everyone looks up everyone online, you have to be considerate of what people find when they search you. As you build your influence, it's going to take time to develop your voice. But just remember, it's a big experiment and no one knows what they're doing. You're gonna make mistakes along the way, but by putting yourself out there consistently and committing to building a platform of value, you'll attract the right people to you, and more luck and opportunities will seem to just appear. Then you should ask yourself, how can I be a conduit for ideas, information, and introductions to my target audience? We are all creative in our own way. Some of us write, some of us make videos, some of us take pictures. Whatever your medium is, try to find ways not only to display your expertise, but when you can, put the spotlight on other people. When I first entered the world of entrepreneurship back in 2017, I wanted to meet more founders and CEOs of cool companies. They were my target personas. So what I did was I created a video series called 1 Minute Weekly, where I'd interview different inspirational founders, and then I would distill their lessons into a 1-minute video each week. This became my leverage point. This became the reason why people would meet with me, and I would also get to learn from them for free, and I would get to create something that I had a lot of fun creating. By the time that I stopped the series, I had interviewed 65 entrepreneurs on 3 different continents. I was able to access their audience when they shared my videos. They introduced me to other influential professionals as well. And ultimately, because I chose to shine my light on other people, that provided me with new knowledge, new clients, partnerships, and friends. So consider your target persona, what type of content that you can create, and who within your target ecosystems can you shine the light on. We've gone over a ton in this video, so to better help you process this information, I also created the LinkedIn Networking Quick Guide, which you'll be able to find below. And I'm curious, what have you done that's been successful networking on LinkedIn? And what was your favorite part of this video? Let me know in the comments. Make sure you like this video, you subscribe to my channel, share with any of your friends that need to see this. And until next time, keep wandering. You're not lost.